brief statement.
Thought it was our best game of the year on both sides of the ball. I thought defensively, we utilized a scheme that we haven't all year where we face guarded number one, Desmond Bane. We felt like if we could limit him to 10 or fewer shots attempted, the goal was to try to hold him to 10 or less points, which is a hard thing to do against somebody who's one of the best scorers in the country. Jimmy was awesome. He didn't come off the floor for a blow at all, and he face guarded, didn't allow Bain to catch the ball. I thought our shot selection from three was awesome. I didn't think we took any bad shots. I thought it was the most efficient offensive game we've had all season long. Desi was awesome off the bench. Jalen Harris gave us incredible pressure on the defense by pushing the ball. We ran a play that we normally only run after free throws called pistol, and we ran it after makes and misses, and we were awesome in executing it. Mason came through in the second half. What else we got?
Eric, when did you know that Isaiah wasn't going to play? You guys obviously responded well to that. And what's the prognosis for him in terms of South Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a trainer or anything. I mean, Mark and Isaiah will continue to do rehab, and today was like when we knew for sure that he wasn't going to play, and I thought we did a great job, kind of next man up. I mean, we obviously changed the starting lineup. I had a great walk this morning early with my dog, and Swish told me to stick J5 in there and to bring Desi off the bench and start Reggie, and I listened to my dog, and so it worked out well tonight.
So did you know like at 10 a.m. you're not going to start Isaiah or noon?
I don't know when I don't carry a stopwatch around.
Yeah.
We shot at 10:30.
Okay, about then, that's
Yeah.
when you knew. Okay, that's good.
Well, it's the early timeout, you get Desi in, and then he and J5 with a putback, he hits a three, Desi hits his first two. Did you have a feeling at that point that this might be a bounce back day when those guys stepped up like that?
Did I look like I was relaxed at all? I was wound tighter than that's last night was the hardest night I've had sleeping. Look, we dropped two. We had a sellout, one of the most incredible environments I've ever been a part of against Kentucky. We knew tonight was a sellout. I know how hard it is to draw fans anywhere, and it's what I told the team before the game. We had we had a discussion about we have a good thing going. Like, our fans are excited, and nobody wants to lose a game, but you got to, when you lose, you got to play with great effort. And we did that in the two games we lost. I didn't think that we didn't play hard, and tonight, we said that the only way we were going to win is to play with incredible energy. And I don't think anybody that came in the arena tonight would say anything differently as far as our effort and our energy. And we continue to kind of create mismatches where teams kind of adjust to us instead of the other way around. Although I couldn't really adjust anyhow because we only got so many guys who can play. So, they had an inside guy that was really hurting us, and they had to take him out at stretches because we just kept putting him in middle pick and roll.
Eric, just you never lost three in a row as a
I hope I never do, Bob.
Yeah, as college coach. Just how good was it to see the guys bounce back? And Desi obviously had a rough game the other night at Starkville. How good was it to see him have a game like that?
Yeah, I think that culture-wise, look, Desi started every game, and he started towards the end of last year. And you have to have a difficult conversation with someone, and then you hope that a sophomore is going to handle it the right way mentally. He had his best practice yesterday. He didn't miss a jump shot, and he approached it the right way. And I thought J5 approached it the right way. And so I'm proud of, he's still a young player who's like learning and stuff, but he could have pouted, he could have been upset, he could have had a bad practice yesterday. The guy comes in and has his best practice of the year, and literally when we did our shooting drills, the guy hardly missed a shot yesterday. sometimes, just a little change of scenery coming off the bench, seeing the flow of the game, sometimes it alleviates a little bit of pressure for a player too. So I'm just really proud of how he handled not starting, because that's not an easy thing for a young player at all.
And then just as far as the way the team bounced back,
I thought that, like I said, Bob, I truly believe that was our best game. I really do. I thought defensively we were really good. I thought we did all we could on the defensive backboards. We weren't great on the defensive backboards, but we were pretty good on the defensive backboards. I thought, the way that we turned them over defensively was awesome in the first half. It was just okay in the second half. But, and then I thought, clock management from about the 6-minute mark on, I thought we did a great job of running the shot clock down to, 3 to 5 seconds. It doesn't always look pretty when you do that, but the name of the game is to try to win. And the clock was kind of on our side if we took good shots and milked the shot clock. And so that's the decision we made at about the 6-minute mark.
Yeah.
Jimmy Wynn had a big game when Mason Jones missed against Northern Kentucky. He comes back today, kind of the torchbearer again. Talk about him, and now 2/3 of the way through the season almost, just what he's meant to this team.
Jimmy's I've been around two NBA-level defenders, Cody Martin, who's obviously in the NBA now, and Jimmy Wynn. Those are two NBA defenders that I've coached at the college level. I don't know if there's a college guard defensively that can do any more than Jimmy Witt's doing. I don't have any stats. We've had one game with TCU. I'd like to know how many games Bane has not had double figures, and I want to know how many games he only got 6 shots up. Because they were running him off screens, and they were setting triple screen, and Jimmy just kept, other than, there was really only about a 1.5-minute stretch where Bain hit kind of back-to-back threes, where he could even get free for a shot. And that guy cuts hard, and he's 6'6", and he's strong, and Jimmy just took him out of the game.
Well, I have a kind of follow-up on that. What kind of residual effect do you think that had on TCU, the way they tried to run their offense? Because they looked very frustrated. Some carries, a lot of balls thrown away. How do you think the way you guarded Bane affected the rest of their team?
Well, we felt like watching Bane film that they needed, Desmond Bane to get 15 shots up at minimum. And like I said, we had to go. We didn't want him to score over 10 points tonight. We felt like if he hit double digits, we were not doing our job. And they run that floppy action where he comes off a single or comes off a double screen, and we did probably the best job all year of jumping to the ball. So when the ball's in the middle of the floor and he comes off those baseline stagger screens, our point guard jumped to the ball and sat in his lap. And so I did think it frustrated him. And Jalen Harris and Desi were the two guys that jumped to the ball and kind of created an extra defender, or we had 1.5 guys on him at all times.
Scotty?
This whole month, Jalen's assist numbers are up, turnovers are down. Do you feel like he's, playing a bunch of confidence kind of in a group right now?
Yeah, I think, he's just so quick with the basketball, and, he changes our pace. Our wings run harder when he's in the game because they know that he's going to pitch it ahead. And, so I think he does, he changed the complexion of the game for us for sure. Scotty? Yep.
Eric, I had a 2-parter here. The first part, you're doing a heck of a job of getting other coaches teed up, apparently. This time you guys were able to build on that. How big was that? 'Cause that was the start of a 12-2 run where you kind of got some cushion, went from 5 to 15, I guess.
Yeah, I just think, shot selection and I'm not going to comment on, technicals or anything like that. I thought, we just kind of grinded the whole game out from an offensive shot selection standpoint. And then defensively, again, they're a really good 3-point shooting team, and to hold them to 6 threes is pretty doggone good.
And the first, obviously, you don't have Isaiah, and then Mason only plays 9 because of foul trouble. Yet you guys were able to be ahead at halftime, kind of playing a makeshift lineup quite a bit. How big was that?
It was huge. I think that, we've relied on those 2 guys offensively so much, but we have great confidence that Jimmy doesn't take any bad shots. And all the shots are by the rim, and they kind of sloppily roll around and find a way to go through the net. And Desi, became more of a focal point for us on where he was spaced out when we ran pick and roll, so that the ball was coming at him. And if they kind of helped or stunted off of Desi, that he would get an open 3 ball. And you know, so yeah, I mean, it's if somebody's not shooting, somebody else is going to get an opportunity. And so you just hope that those guys shoot the ball with confidence and let the ball have eyes and not force shots. And I didn't think we forced any shots tonight. I thought we took, you know, again, I think our shot selection tonight was phenomenal.
Couple more, Dave?
Well, since he got off to a kind of a rough start, how big was the flurry that Cheney had to start the second half? As far as to get those 6
Big.
points?
I mean, you know, he left some points on the board with the missed dunk and you know, but I thought, you know, at halftime we, you know, to be honest with you, I had a discussion with myself on whether I was going to change the second half lineup as well, but wanted to give Reggie an opportunity to go back out there. Thought it would be too quick and I didn't want to kill his confidence. And I thought he played much better in the second half for sure.
Yeah, Eric, obviously a lot of season left, but, you know, in March, this could be a pretty big win for you. And you obviously beat a Big Ten team on the road, an ACC team on the road. How good do you feel about how you guys did in the non-conference games and beating 3 Power 5 teams?
I'm really happy tonight. I am. I mean, normally I'm a little more, maybe a little more subdued, not much, but it's huge. It really is. I mean, this was a game that we had to win. Had to win this game tonight. Indiana's playing well. That's going to be such a quality win. And when you look at non-conference and you say we beat 3 of those teams, you know, Power 5, 2 of them on the road, 1 of them home. We had not a good non-conference, we had a great non-conference. And we took care of business in the non-conference. Now we'll see, you know, see what we do in our own conference. But as far as the non-conference play, because now that book and that chapter's closed, I thought we were awesome.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks.